buddy.
You're watching Eddie Block Films, Eddie Block Film Show, Eddie Block, Eddie Block Films, watching Eddie Block, Eddie Block Film Show, Eddie Block, the Eddie Block Film Show, Eddie Block, Eddie Block Film Show. We are here, yeah, we watching Eddie, getting facts ready, keeping all the cameras steady, audio ready, so unlock, yep, and alone, Patriots prepare for the Eddie Block Show, Eddie Block Films, Eddie Block Film Show, Eddie Block Films, Eddie Block Film Show, Eddie Block, Eddie Block Films.
Oh yeah, I saw that, Gavin.
Eddie Block Films.
Joe forgot the one in the chamber. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hope everybody is well. Sorry I'm late today. We were over on a buddy of mine, Josh Cummins, Revolver Broadcasting, and we were on his show today. And you know me, I talk way too much and I don't shut up, so I made it go even longer. Well, we are here though. We are here. Excuse me, man. We got a lot of fires up here in California again. A lot of fires. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move my desk back. I'm gonna make my desk bigger this way, so I can fit all my stuff here, so I can be farther back. But then I'm gonna have all you can see my headphone cords and stuff. I'm gonna have to figure all that out. Hey, what's up, Gavin Newsom? No, not. We're not gonna talk that mess yet. Not yet. If you don't know, I have definitely been thinking about running for Congress for a while now, and so I may or may not have just picked up a whole bunch of paperwork that deals with running to be a congressional representative. So you never know. You never know what's going through my crazy head. Actually, I guess I can say F it. I've been saying it all over internet today and yesterday. My stupid congressman. First off, the guy never answers his phone, and I don't mean his personally. I mean his office. You can call DC all you want, and they're like, well, you got to call California phone. You got to call the one in Modesto or the one in Roseville or wherever, or El Dorado, wherever he has it. And you'll call and nobody answers your phone. I've called over 100 times. They don't answer. And every time I leave a message, no return. So I met him 2 weeks ago at the Madera GOP Lincoln Reagan dinner, and I stopped him and I was like, "Do you like hate us or what? You never answer your phones." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I've left over 100 messages with your company in California, both offices, Modesto and the Sacramento one, and you never call me back." He's like, no, that's not right. You must be calling the wrong number or something. I'm like, no, sir, I'm not. I've even been transferred from your DC office and they won't answer the phone. And he acted like he's never heard that before in his life. So he hands me a business card and he says, here, contact Mr. Tudor. He is he's his office manager, whatever the head title, chief of staff. He said, this is my chief of staff. He will be expecting your call tomorrow. And he said that to me just to get me out of his hair. Because when I did call the next day, the guy wasn't in office. He was apparently on a vacation even. So he just said that junk to get me out of his hair. And then yesterday he voted to keep Ilhan Omar not censured. So what's up, Josh? If I didn't say Josh already. Yeah, he voted to keep Ilhan Omar not censured. So I've been blasting him. I've been blasting him all day, a little bit yesterday on X. So let's I went and picked up the paperwork today. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap at all. But I'm not one of those people that beg for money. You guys know me. I am just going to do it. I'm going to figure out a way, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Gosh darn it, I messed up. Thank you for reposting the video, Josh. That's what I did wrong. In fact, I think if I show my replies, you can see some of them. Replies. Oh, man. I might have to go. Oh, here we go. Like this one right here. I said, I hope this picture burns a memory in your brain. This was the day you lied to my face. You wrote Mr. Tudor and his number on the back of your business card. You told me he would be expecting my call the next day. The funny part is he was out of office and not expected back. I left a message, and just like your California staff, I never received a call back. You lied directly to my face to get me out of your hair. I've left multiple messages with their California offices because they never answered the phone. I have yet to receive a call back. You think you have a safe seat? Well, I'm going to prove you wrong by beating you in the next election. When I become the new congressman for the 5th District of California, I will hire all new office employees and let them know if there is not returned email, phone call, social media message, or any type of communication not returned to a constituent, that they will be terminated immediately. I may only be the son of a 21-year-old service veteran who died from Agent Orange, but I can't imagine how you treat us. Your constituents that way, or the way that you. I got to rewrite that. I messed up that pretty bad. So get rid of the mileage tax. Yeah, they just added a mileage tax here in California. But this is Congressman McClintock, the day that he just tried to get me out of his hair. So I hope he remembers this picture as when he loses the next election, because I'm going to run against him. How contested is it? It's not. It is one of the safe seats in California. And in fact, I have heard him say that before. I'm not worried. It's the safest seat in California. California districting. Where they show it. I don't want Prop 50. Proposed congressional map. Here we go. Is this the one where they say which one is good and which one is bad? No, it's not. We had it on the show a while back, but I'm in District 5, which goes, it's actually a huge district. Okay, that's Fairfield. So we got to go down this way. Los Baños. This is District 5 here. This is all of District 5 right here. But where was that redistricting? Safe. Let's type in safe. Maybe it'll, because he said redistricting would change. Let's see. Maybe it's under CalMap. Maybe it's here. No. Remember, we saw it recently. Cal Matters. How about this? How redistricting affects elections. Let's see if they show it here. No one Prop 50 starts what others are saying. That's not going to be it either. It's a conservative. It's very conservative. We're in the mountains. In California. And which seats will change? Maybe this will show it. No, not interested. Let's see, 5 things. Remember, we looked at it a couple weeks ago. Guys. Reshaping its district. Maybe this will show it. Okay, District 3, District 22, District 41. I'm looking for District 5. That's District 1. This is District 3, which is on the other side of the mountains, right next to 5. How about this? California District 5. California District 5 is safe for Republican. Let's see if we can find it that way. Maybe we can find images. Maybe it'll be under images. Is this it right here? This is maybe it? No. It was something like this. It was something similar to this, and it said, this is safe, this is not. Well, that sucks. Maybe it's this one? This is it right here. Okay, here we go. So California District 5 is not even on here. So they're not District 5, it's basically safe Republican. It's been Republican for years. We're up in the mountains. We're mountain folks. So that's why. That's why. The people that move away from the yeah, that's us, Gavin. But the problem is all the liberals are moving up here because they want to get away from the big city and the violence in the big city. So they're moving up here. Can you believe that? They want to get away from the violence that they voted for. So they come up here. It's just bullshit. It is. So I went in there today, and first of all, I go in the office, and there's women in there wearing masks behind the desk, and I was like, why are you still wearing them? And they got the window up there, right? So they're afraid of their coworkers making them sick. And she was like, well, you can't even file right now. I said, I understand I can't file till October, ma'am. I looked on I went to the sources on the internet and I didn't find exactly what I was looking for. So I came in here to find out if you had any information that would help me so that way I can do it properly. And she's like, well, just go to so website. And I was like, because they know me. I ran for county supervisor before. They're all liberals in there and they know who I am. Trust me, they do. And so I get that, ma'am. I was just asking if you have any kind of paperwork for me that could explain, because I know I have to get 2,000 signatures or pay $2,000. I know all of this stuff. And she's like, well, you have to get so many signatures just to even be able to apply to be on. I said, ma'am, I totally get that. I understand. I will get them. But so she finally she printed up some paperwork for me. Finally. But yeah. Oh yeah, they don't like me. They don't like me. I got to talk to a friend of mine who I have to run as a Democrat and propose all the lunacy to get to win. No, they all know me too well. I could never get away with that. I thought about that, in fact, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that at all. Holy shit! I forgot to get my water bottle. All right, let's just get started with the news. But yeah, everybody pray for me. I've got to figure out ways to. I don't want to take corporate money, right? I don't know what I'm gonna do. But one thing I have a great friend who owns a radio station here. I he gives I do some work for him here and there, and he gives me my press pass. For little stuff that I do, like sometimes it's just, hey, can I borrow one of your cameras, right? We've talked about me having a show on the radio, but then I got to go all the way down to Fresno, and you know, so I'm gonna go talk to him next week and see if he'll let me make an announcement on his show, which I'm pretty sure he will. I think he'll say, "Do it right now," right? And so I'm gonna go that way. But when it comes to donations, it's like it's so expensive, and I don't want to take corporate donations because I don't want to be, you know. So I might sell T-shirts. I just because last time I didn't do that at all, right? The person I ran against for county supervisor, if you look at what she spent she got like $100,000 in donations for county supervisor, and it was all businesses that do work in there, at the local unions, stuff like that. So it's gonna be rough. I know the Madera GOP hates me because when I ran for county supervisor, I made one of the biggest decisions in my life that ruined a lot of things for me. I got in my truck after drinking a little bit, and I crashed my truck. I did. I got a DUI during the race, and so now they hate me. Um, they don't even wanna talk to me, like, they get mad they got mad when I wanted to go to the Rob Snyder event and bought tickets to go. You could tell they saw me there and they went the other way around, so I know they hate me, and they love our congressman who's one of the biggest rhinos. I mean, he voted in favor of Ilhan Omar yesterday. That's how big of a rhino he is, and that's what set it off. I'm like, "You know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm done." So I'm done. And whether or not I win, I don't care. I'm gonna put in my best effort. I'm gonna do it the right way. And I'm gonna run on the fact that I was there at January 6th. I'm gonna run on the fact that did the right thing. When threatened with going to jail, I still went to Washington, D.C. and testified on behalf of what was right, what I felt was right. I'm going to run on the fact that you all know me. When I won't make a promise to somebody unless I know I can keep it. And I do that. There's two promises that every year I have to deal with. When in like I think it was 2003, I was dating this girl that I was madly in love with, and her parents didn't like me, and we knew things were gonna be bad and rough for us along the way, and we would meet every single day to she was 20 and I was 23, and every day we would have to go meet in Santa Cruz, so her parents wouldn't know about us yet, right? We were both adults, they just didn't like me. And one day in Santa Cruz, she asked me, she's like, "Hey, if one of us dies, whoever dies first, if I die, will you come here every single day on my every single birthday and spend time with me and have a drink with me? And I'll do the same." And I was like, "Yes, no problem." I'm like, "I'm crippled. I'm gonna die first." Well, cancer got to her. So now every February 1st, no matter where I am in the country, I go to Santa Cruz. Every single year. I promised my dad after he died, because he died when I was 6, that every year I would go see him on his birthday. Tomorrow's my dad's birthday. So I am driving down to Lompoc to go visit his gravesite because I keep my promises. Hope says you can't run. Why can't I run, Hope? Oh, hell no, Gavin. How come I can't run, Hope? And Hope is going to be my executive assistant, by the way. She's going to work for me. She's going to be the one stuck traveling all across the country with me because I'm not going to fly because I have trouble flying. So her, Pixel, Donnie, and I are going to be having to drive everywhere. Everywhere. What is it? When I left here to go to DC to testify, we had 5 days of traveling, and that's because I stopped every day at a. I can't. Oh my God, Graw's not here, so Hope steps up with the dad jokes. Yeah, she's making a cripple joke. Ed, you can't run though. You ride a scooter. Well, speaking of that, so today I saw a neurologist for the first time since I was probably 1 years old. Well, I mean, 1 or 2 years old. If you don't know, I have spinal bifida, and that's just one of my birth defects. And they did a whole bunch of tests on me. Had me putting my hands certain ways, touching me in certain ways, see what I could feel, what I couldn't feel. And the doctor came in and says, "Well, technology is a lot better nowadays, and we're gonna do an MRI. They're gonna do something where they put a thing on my head and map my brain." And he says, "There may be a way that when the doctors put your back together when you were a baby, because your nerves are sitting outside of your body." And he said they may have put it in a way that made it so you're not able to feel your legs. So you're unable to do certain tasks like move your feet. And he says, "I can't guarantee anything, but after these tests, we'll know more, and we might be able to help you get some feeling in your legs." So I'm very excited. I'm excited about it. The only thing is I'm in such chronic pain. It's like, dang, am I gonna feel the pain now? anyways, I digress. Look at this. So Sutton, Massachusetts, a Charlie Kirk vigil was canceled after leftists threatened the organizer and community with violence. I am told one person had his truck vandalized last night after he posted about the vigil. Another said he had threats made to her family. I am told a lot of people still plan on showing up despite the official vigil being canceled. Leftists are deranged. No, I'm not getting any kind of chip whatsoever, Gavin. They're just gonna everything's wrapped in a ball, so he thinks he may be able to unravel that ball and make things work. Let's hope. Let's hope. Congressman Brian Donald says, "It has been 8 days since leftist assassination shot my friend, Charlie Kirk. Just now, Rashida Tlaib, idiot, called us fascists again. This rhetoric is wrong. This rhetoric is unhinged. This rhetoric is out of line. Let's see what this idiot, make it so we can see it better.
I can tell you
your time's expired.
it is
Ms.
expired, but
Tlaib.
Mr. Chair,
Nah,
and I think it's really important we need to stand up against this fascist takeover. That's not a bad word. It's a fact. And here in DC and
Doritos.
across the country, it is so incredibly important, Mr. Chair, that this committee does not allow rhetoric that defames and or paints Washington DC in a way that you all haven't really truly seen. You're just reading it. No, you're just reading it or something off of some.
Will the gentlelady yield to a question?
Yeah, I think it's really important.
Will the
No,
gentlelady
I don't
yield?
yield. I don't even have time. I can tell you
your time's expired.
it is
Ms.
expired, but
Tlaib.
Mr. Chair,
They should be able to turn
but
off
you
their
all
mic.
live
Relax,
here,
Mr.
and
Tlaib.
you're not telling people the beautiful parts that you do see in our
Mr.
nation's
Tlaib.
capital. And no, it's just wrong how we're
No,
doing
they-
it.
Chairman, I think it's
Wrong.
insane that the
But you're gonna
gentlelady
look
doesn't
at
have
the
an
guns in
argument, but she's going to
Washington, D.C. as a
refer
bunch
to
of
me and some of my
criminals. You yield to
colleagues.
Mr.
Chair,
Donald.
We were from
you
the
know
Third
this.
Reich. This is
You're going to
insane.
look at
It's
14,
insane.
15-year-olds as
It's
a bunch of
insane.
criminals?
It's insane.
Oh,
Do
you're
I look like a
insane,
member of the
Donald.
Third Reich to you, Ms.
Please,
Tlaib?
please,
Is that what I look like
please.
to you?
You're the one taking your voting
Is that what you think?
Give it
Is that
to
what you
somebody.
think?
Give
Is
it
that
to
what you
cops.
think?
No, that's unethical.
I think it's radical
You
and I think
should-
it's
no, you
insane.
should
And
be
I'll
held
respect everything
accountable
that you say.
before you
But
open
to
your
say
mouth.
something like
You
that
should be
to
held
myself and a lot of
accountable.
my colleagues is way out of line.
I'm not the
It's
one
way
who
out of
got
line.
voting
It's
cards
way out of
to
line.
Regular order,
vote.
Mr.
Way out of
You
line.
don't wanna vote.
All right.
Regular
But
order.
that's okay. But it's
Oh my
okay, right?
goodness.
That is not how it
It's
goes.
okay, right?
You hold yourself accountable before you talk about
Hold
Washington,
myself
D.C.
accountable.
Mr. Tlaib.
Washington,
Hold
D.C.
your
out
own
of your
self
mouth.
accountable. How
Keep
about
it out of
that?
your mouth.
Hold your own
I'm
self
trying.
accountable.
Why is she so screaming about Washington, D.C. when she lives in a shithole herself? Right? I mean, she cares. She puts her country of origin over the United States. She puts Muslims over Christians in the United States. Right?
Well, how about that?
Free D.C. and make sure you
All right.
vote with your own voting card. Don't be giving it to
Ms.
somebody else.
Tlaib. All right.
Even the Democratic mayor Muriel Bowser has thanked President Trump for the great stuff that he's done for DC. She does need to come down. And I'm sorry, Hope, I didn't put. Let me put full screen live chat on again. There we go, live chat. And so I've already talked with Hope, and before I even talked to her, I've told her in the past, if I ever run for office, you're gonna work for me. And yesterday she asked me if I was gonna hire her, and I said, of course I am. So Hope and we're gonna have some discussions. Maybe she can help me already with some stuff, because there is a whole lot of paperwork here. In fact, you know what? You guys want to go over? I know we'll bore you for a minute. Let's go over some of this stuff that I have to do. Qualifications. Every candidate shall be at least 25 years of age, a U.S. citizen for 7 years, and a resident of California on January 3rd, 2027, the date to be sworn into office if elected. Filing fees. Every candidate must pay a filing fee equal to 1% of the first year's salary as of the first day on which a candidate may circulate petitions in lieu of filing fees, made payable to the Secretary of State. Currently, the filing fee is $1,740. This filing fee must be paid to the county elections official at the time the candidate obtains their declaration of candidacy. A candidate may choose to submit by February 4, 2016, a minimum of 1,714 valid signatures on petitions in lieu of a filing fee. So if I get 1,714 people to sign, that's our registered voters to sign for my paperwork, then yes, they will cancel that money. The candidate must submit signatures to cover all or any prorated portion of the filing fee. So if I only get 1,000, then they'll prorate the filing fee a little bit. Any registered voter may sign an in lieu filing fee petition for any candidate whom they are eligible to vote. Circulators of in lieu filing fee portions must be 18 years of age or older. Within 10 days after receipt of the petition, the county elections official shall notify the candidate of any deficiency. The candidate shall then, at the time of obtaining nomination forms, pay a pro rata portion of the filing fee to cover the deficiency. Signature in lieu of the filing fee may be counted towards the nomination sponsor's signature requirements. So the value of each signature is $1, 1.51699195 and I believe I can only get people that are in my district to sign it. I could be a writing candidate, but that's not going to do very well for me. So I got to do a declaration of candidacy, nomination paper. Oh wait, here we go. For all candidates except writing candidates born between February 9th, 2026 and March 6, 2026, obtain nomination documents from the county elections official of the candidate's county of residence, or if the candidate residence is not in the district where the candidate is seeking office, from the county elections official. Nomination documents include nomination papers for collecting signatures and declaration of candidacy. A nomination paper. So I must gather between 40 and 60 signatures for filing the nomination papers. Signatures on the in lieu filing fee petitions may satisfy this signature requirement. Any candidate may obtain signatures for and sign their own nomination papers. All signers must be registered voters in the district or political subdivision in the candidate is. So all signers who sign this must be registered voters in the district or political subdivision in which the candidate is voted on. The candidate may appoint persons to circulate the nomination papers. Circulators must be 18 years or older. And each section of the nomination paper shall be delivered to the county elections official of the county in which the signature resides. So I have to do it all in Madera County. It's a whole lot of stuff here. But that's good because, I mean, if you're running for Congress, you got to have a whole bunch of this stuff done, right? I've already spoken with a good friend up in El Dorado Hills who is right there with me. Is going to help me with a lot of votes and signatures. So thank goodness I had that great friend of mine who really believes in me and is going to start spreading the word. Because, like I said, my district starts here in Madera County, but it goes all the way up to El Dorado County, which is what would that be? Northeast of Sacramento, I would guess. So yeah, it's a huge district. It's so huge that our congressman has an office in Sacramento. He has an office in Modesto, and he has an office here in Oakhurst, which is about 15 miles away from me. But you know, you never hear from them. They're a joke. Anyways, all right, Roz alerts. Reports are saying that law enforcement has arrested at least one person after a gunman was reportedly spotted on the University of North Carolina Wilmington campus. So you zoom back out. Let's start this over. Let's see what this is. So these people are hiding.
Oh my God.
It's east of Folsom.
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
That's a nice looking cafeteria. What would you do if you see police officers walking through with a long gun like that? I would be freaking out. None of those students seem to be freaking out. Is it becoming normalized for them? What's going on here? Watch as protesters take to the streets of Times Square in Manhattan, chanting F. Charlie Kirk and calling him racist and hateful, insisting he was nothing like Martin Luther King Jr. Demonstrators are demanding justice for Corey Zukadis and Trey Reed. You gotta be kidding me.
Fuck Charlie Kirk! 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 Fuck Charlie Kirk!
Yeah, they aren't hood trained.
No, you guys gotta get fuck Charlie Kirk! 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 Fuck Charlie Kirk!
How much do you think these guys are getting paid to do this? How much do you think they're getting paid? It's 7:00. We got to give Donnie his medicines. Donnie, Medicine time. Sonny, take your medicine. Good boy. Yeah, they're not hood trained at the schools, the kids nowadays. Oh, yeah.
He was a racist. He was a racist. He was a racist. He was a racist.
I'll be right
He
back.
was hateful. He was hateful. He was nothing like Martin Luther King. He was nothing like Martin Luther King. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Justice for slavery. 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 It's amazing. It's amazing that they police speech. That they police speech. They police my speech. They police my speech. Police follow me around. Police follow me around. They follow Reggie Rally around. They follow Rally around. They want to police us. They want to police us for speaking for freedom. For speaking for freedom. But people can spread hate. But people can spread hate and get national holidays. And get national holidays. That's why. That's why I can't stand the police. I can't stand the police. They follow Martin Luther King Jr. They follow Martin Luther King Jr. They helped kill Malcolm X. They helped kill Malcolm X. But they protect people who hate us. The medical said it's no foul play. The medical said there's no foul play. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Wow.
Mississippi is racist. Mississippi is racist. They got racist doctors. They got racist doctors.
You don't think they're getting paid, Gavin?
They got racist judges. They got racist cops. They got racist cops.
Wow. They didn't do that when I was in New York Times Square a couple years ago. Look at this. Ed Krasenstein, one of the, top liberals on X. I just sent $5,000 to an Antifa person to help fund them. Well, good. Thank you for admitting that. FBI, go check them out because Antifa is a terrorist group. You guys ready for good old Jazzy Crockett? You ready for Jazzy Crockett? Let's hear what she's saying.
If anybody does need to clean up DC, I would agree it is this man because he is the one that is causing half the crime that we have. Not only is he participating in the crime, but we know that he instigated the insurrection. And if I did say that I had one issue with the Biden-Harris administration, it is the...
You would think they could get in trouble for saying insurrection because nobody's been charged with insurrection. Not even when the Democrats were in charge. Nobody was charged with insurrection.
Fact that they did not move forward and make sure that this man was put where he should have been put. Because the last time I checked as a criminal defense attorney, and Mr. Attorney General, you may have a different experience, but I never had a defendant that had 34 convictions for felonies and did not spend one day in jail. Never in my life. And the last time I checked, the party of law and order is the only one that decided that they would be out of order and decided to nominate someone who was not only indicted, but was actually convicted of multiple felonies. That has never happened in this country. And it is a shame that we are dealing with it now. And now he wants to tell y'all how to do your job.
Shut up, ghetto.
If anybody does need
You're not ghetto. You are not ghetto. You're fake ghetto. I bet you if somebody started a street fight with you, they would kick your booty. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You wouldn't be able to handle it whatsoever. Look at that. Me and my rhino congressman, who hopefully, after next year's election, will not be my congressman anymore. And so the new journey begins. Let's go. Let's get the rhino. And I tagged him in this. Tom McClintock, whose staff never answers our calls or returns them and votes in the Democratic favor, that he does not have a safe seat. I will hopefully see you on the debate stage. I'm calling him out. All right, look at this. You guys should like this one. I know Gavin's going to like this one. It says, together with law enforcement, we've arrested five suspects for trying to target children for sex. If you target our children, we will hold you accountable. So I said, was one of them named? And I tagged him. I said, was one of them named Adam Schiff? Asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. Oh, yeah, this is good, too. So they're still trying to claim that Charlie Smith, I'm Charlie Smith. Charlie Kirk's assassin was MAGA. They're still trying to claim that.
Objection attended. I recognize Ms. Crockett for unanimous consent.
Yes,
Why?
Mr. Chair, since I wasn't allowed equal time to debate, I have a UC.
Oh, shut up.
It is from, it looks like Yahoo News.
Look at
It
this.
said-
She's putting something in there, and she's like, it looks like it's Yahoo. She doesn't even know what. So she's putting something into Congress that she hasn't even read.
This Charlie Kirk suspect's grandma says family is all MAGA.
Without objection, so ordered. Chair recognizes Ms. Green from Georgia.
Mr. Chair, remember I have a UC as well.
We'll recognize you next time. Chair, Ms. Green.
Oh, that was
your
Raskin,
5
wasn't
minutes.
it?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I can assure you that the 22-year-old man, Tyler Robinson, that murdered Charlie Kirk is not MAGA. His family may be Republican, but all of the evidence that is being presented proves that he is a far leftist, very much integrated in online groups that are linked to Antifa. He was in a relationship with a biological male, so-called furry, whatever that is transitioning to be a fake woman. He was not MAGA, not one bit. That is a complete lie. And it's an insult to every single Republican and person that identifies with those type of politics. We will not tolerate it. And that is the exact type of language that is getting many of us death threats day after day and led to shootings on the baseball field where Steve Scalise was shot. This is what led to President Trump nearly being assassinated this past summer. This is what has led to Charlie Kirk being assassinated. And so I just want to give a warning there. We're not going to tolerate that anymore.
Mr.
You know,
Chairman.
something else we're not going to tolerate is crime. On August 11th,
So, can you imagine? Let's say I do become our congressman. What do you think's going to happen? Who do you think that you're going to see the most on X? Right? They're going to be like, Eddie Block. He's a freaking January 6er, and Eddie Block got a DUI. And yes, I did. But yes, I learned my lesson. I have never done it again. I'm a sinner, and God has taught me the right way to go. I don't know. I got to figure out how I'm going to respond to when they call me that. Because you know they are. You know they will. Everybody makes mistakes in their life, and I did, and I admit it. Teacher lies about high school student who was suspended after being assaulted for wearing a MAGA hat in honor of Charlie. So this person was suspended from school for being attacked. Let's see what this is all about. A high school boy in Laguna Beach, California, of course it's California, was suspended after being accosted for wearing a MAGA hat in honor of Charlie Kirk. Laguna Beach is a liberal enclave in mostly conservative Orange County, California. Zach Kornstein wore a MAGA hat on campus at Laguna Beach High School last Thursday to honor Charlie Kirk, just one day after the TPUSA founder was assassinated at an event in Utah Valley University. Kornstein said a girl grabbed his MAGA hat and threw it into the trash in the girls' restroom. The girl used profanities to attack Trump. He then jokingly told a group of girls to leave the country if they didn't like it. I made a joke towards them and said, if you don't like it here, Canada's open borders, feel free to go. That is when a teacher lied about what Zach Kornstein said to the group of girls. They're saying I told a group of girls to go back to where they came from, which I never said that. When they called in, let's see, they have a story. Oh, they have the story. Let's watch it.
An Orange County high school student has been suspended after he wore a Make America Great Again hat to school, which sparked an argument in which he was assaulted. Nick Garcia is live in Laguna Beach. The story is the only on Fox 11. What do you have for us, Nick?
Right, Christine. Well, this happened on September 11th. You'll remember just the day before, on September 10th, is when Charlie Kirk was shot and killed. So the student says he wore the hat in a way of standing in solidarity with Kirk. But another student took the hat off his head, threw it in the trash. And it's what happened next, the school is claiming happened next, that got him suspended. Watch.
Zach Kornstein was studying at home Tuesday afternoon instead of in class at Laguna Beach High School. It's the first of his 2-day suspension for harassment, something he says he didn't do. Last Thursday, he was wearing a Make America Great Again hat, he says in honor of Charlie Kirk. A girl pulled his hat off and threw it in the trash. Then he says she started using profanity to describe President Trump.
I made a joke towards them and I said, if you don't like it here, Canada's open borders, feel free to go.
A teacher told administrators he said something different.
They're saying that I told a group of girls to go back to where they came from. Which I never said that. When they called in the girl who was involved, she like literally told them that I never said that.
Zach's mom, Janet, feels the school is targeting her son because of his political beliefs, placing blame on him, who she says was the original victim.
I think that it's a double standard. I think that kids who have certain political beliefs are held to a different standard than kids who have other political beliefs.
She says she is disappointed in how the school is handling the situation.
I don't think either of these students should have been suspended, and we said that in our meeting. We said, you're punishing these students and you're creating an environment of deeper hostility instead of creating an environment of dialogue.
Laguna Beach Unified said it cannot comment on student discipline matters, but sent Fox 11 a statement saying, when disputes arise on campus, schools must evaluate the behavior involved. California law defines the grounds for suspension, and we are reviewing the facts in this situation through that process to ensure it is handled fairly and consistently.
Fairly.
Now, a few things to note. The school's dress code does not prohibit students from wearing politically affiliated clothing, though Zach's mom says she feels it should prohibit that to avoid situations like this in which she feels her son is being unfairly targeted and treated. As we mentioned, she met with the principal today, who is upholding that suspension. The family now weighing if they're going to bring this to the school.
Good for you, Boris.
Live in Laguna Beach, I'm Nick Garcia, Fox.
So Boris has been going for, I think, the last 2 days. To a store nearby him, who he wanted to, Boris doesn't have Facebook and do stuff like that, so he couldn't get the message out. So he's just been calling that store and calling that store and calling that store, trying to get that person fired. So he said, okay, that store was stubborn, had to protest them to get them to fire a Charlie Kirk hater for acting out of contacts clip on DEI. So good. Oh, whoops. Hold on. It moved. Kirk for dying in the store. So yeah, glad you did that, Boris. Anchorage locals got online and aired all the store's dirty laundry. Good. You have to send me a link to that if you can, Boris. So good for you. I'm glad you're standing up, Boris. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Great. Good job. Good job. So now Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says we don't need to put the D there. We know he's a Democrat. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities. Let me play that for you so you can hear it from his words.
The fact of the matter is we are driving violence down on this city, and we're using every single resource that's available to us. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities.
So putting people in jail is not leading to safe communities. Arresting people is not putting people in a safe community. Oh, the store got it all. Facebook post deleted. Tell us what store. I'm going to go look them up real quick. Tell us what store. If you can. What store is this? What store should we mess with now? But yeah, Brandon Johnson, you're a joke. You're a joke. You're fairly sitting because of your administration and the previous administration and the previous administration before that. So you know that girl that the liberals tried to hire and paid her a whole bunch of money to try and get young students to become liberal? First off, the only students that they were going to get to follow this woman was probably, well, I'm not even going to say it, but you can guess what I'm going to say. Not the kind of people that would probably vote anyways. So, liberal influencer Olivia Juliana is demanding students across America to skip lunch and walk out of school to protest Jimmy Kimmel's show getting canceled. She's telling kids who are probably already uneducated or are not educated enough because of the system that we have and the teachers that we have to leave school, to walk out of school protest. What an idiot. Let's see. Ilhan Omar says, literally none of this is true, and the woman needs to get help. They're talking. Let me see if I can click on it. Shows you more. So what Nancy Mace said, and I know she's the AOC of the Republican Party, but she said Ilhan Omar mocked the cold-blooded assassination of an innocent American husband and father. She supported ISIS, and she supported the Muslim Brotherhood. So Ilhan says, literally none of this is true, and this woman needs to get help. We have to stop allowing members who are experiencing mental breakdown to continue to work without getting them the help they need. You know, what? The pot calling the kettle black. Donnie. I messed up and I didn't feed them because I was on another show, so I messed up and didn't feed them. Yeah, so let's give you a treat so he'll quiet down. There you go. Now leave me alone. Leave me alone. She probably eats a few people's lunch, says Boris. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen this video yet, but I think I remember this clip. Malcolm X warned everybody about white liberals back in the 60s. Let's see.
Many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to. But the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling. Many whites who are...
Oh, you don't have to let God know you said that. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that, Boris. God understands. We have our times. Operation Pacific Viper continues, and the U.S. Coast Guard efforts to protect homeland counter narco-terrorism and disrupt the transnational criminal organizations and cartels. So let's see this. It's a 40-second long clip. I haven't watched this. Oh, that's one of those submarine type deals that they use to try and hide. There's 3 in there? I wonder how much drugs are in there. They try to have as low profile as they can so they're not seen. Wow. That was cool. They caught him. Good for them. Good for them. The left says Trump needs to turn down the temperature or things will get worse. Also the left. Look at this. They're dragging a puppet of President Trump, bloodied and beaten, dragging him by his legs. Yeah. Right? It's a narco sub. Yes. Yes, Boris. Oh, this is funny. This is funny of Albee. So, J.B. Pritzker took this picture a week or so ago. And it's been exposed that days before this man right here allegedly murdered a Chicago man and soon-to-be father in a cash and grab. So he robbed somebody and murdered him to steal their money. He posed for a picture with Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, despite having outstanding warrants in 4 states for his arrest at the time. The would-be father was killed right before his wife gave birth. Welcome to Democrat policies in 2025. Some law enforcement experts are more concerned that the accused man was able to stand directly next to the state's most powerful executive, despite having outstanding warrants in 4 states. Number 1, let's pray for that man, the man who was shot and killed, his family, his newborn baby, who's never going to get to meet their dad. Because this man had 4 warrants, was taking pictures with their governor. Wow. That's just sad. Very sad. Pray for them. Look at this. Portland. Every single night, Portland goes under attack from Antifa. Portland says it will send a land use violation notice. So this is coming from Portland, the city, to the city's ICE building. accusing the facility of keeping people in custody longer than the law allows. The move escalates a fight over a building that has already drawn months of riots in sanctuary cities. So every single night, Antifa is out there destroying this building. And now the city is going along with Antifa, trying to get them out of their city. You can't make this stuff up, folks. You just can't make this up. Portland is awful. Hold on a second. I gotta refresh myself. 1 second. I'll be right back. Yourself. Just sad. Just sad. What is our country coming to? What is our country coming to? And like I said, I'm gonna run for Congress. I'm running for Congress. And when I do, I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna make a huge, huge difference. I am. Believe me, I will. The Portland Antifa leader Chandler was arrested last night? Really? Really? Let's go look it up. Portland Antifa Chandler arrested. Let's see if we can find anything. Justin, federal police officers arrested Chandler Patey, whatever his name is, outside the Portland ICE facility last night. He's been using his apartment unit near the ICE facility as an Antifa safe house, providing agitators with bathrooms and amenities so they can continue the occupation. Oh, good. Let's watch this video.
Where's Chandler?
I'm trying to think of the county that Portland is. I don't know why we don't send in the National Guard there. Portland. I know the name because it used to be on the show called Jail or whatever. Portland. Let's see. County Jail for the city of Portland. I know the name of it, and as soon as I see it, I'll know. Let's see if we can look it up and see if he's still in jail. Multnomah County, thank you. So inmate, look up Multnomah County. Inmate data. Let's see if he's still in jail. First name, Chandler. What's his last name? Oh, shoot. Hold on. I shouldn't have. Portland Antifa Chandler. Arrested. Chandler. Find Chandler. Ah, shit. Damn it. Control F. Chandler. Control F. Chandler not found. Chandler's not found. Okay, let me go to XN. What's his name? Chandler, P-A-T-E-Y. 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 Let's see if he's still... Why do you change it? P-A-T-E-Y. Don't change it on me. There was no persons found under your match. So he's not in jail anymore. Released over the last 7 days. How about that? There's no one that matches the criteria. So he didn't even go to county jail. He just went to the city jail then. He probably just went to city jail. What the hell? Sounds like yes. Do it, Eddie. What was I supposed to do now? Gavin said because Oregonians love what's going on in Portland. They do. It's sad, but they do. That's from last night. I reposted. Did I not share a lot of stuff today, or what? What's going on here? I guess I didn't share a lot of stuff today because I was gone all day at the doctor's office. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's new. Scott Wiener. I was wondering if it was one of their other buddies, Scott Wiener. Maybe. All right, let's see what's going on. ABC drops Kimmel, bad. ABC drops Barr, good. Yeah. Roseanne Barr. She's got a good claim against him, I would say. DHS grabbed him, it looked like, Department of Homeland Security. But you would think they would take him to the county jail. Palm Beach County School Board member Edwin Ferguson calls Charlie a racist bigot. You know, I'm sick and tired of playing these. Interview with Dan Mitchell and Millier. All those people, God's going to serve and deliver to those people what they deserve. He will. He will. I have no qualms about it because I know he will. Let's see, how long is this one? I'm going to do one of these real quick just because you got to do so many every week so they don't mess with you. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider, and they're putting their money where their values are. Every call you make helps fund causes that protect faith, family, freedom, and our Constitution. Right now, Patriot Mobile is giving you an entire month of service absolutely free when you switch and use the promo code COURAGE25. That's right, your first month is on them. You get reliable national 4G and 5G coverage, affordable plans for you and your family, and 100% US-based customer support. The best part? You know your dollars are supporting causes you believe. Go to patriotmobile.com or call 972-PATRIOT today. That's patriotmobile.com, promo code COURAGE25 for 1 month free service. He's taking notes right now. You never know. Kimmel was only getting 29,000 viewers. See, that's another reason why they did it to him. I'm telling you, folks, they did this to Jimmy Kimmel because they needed to get rid of him because his ratings sucked. And what better way to piss off the liberals and make them go vote? Think about this. Not only did they take off Jimmy Kimmel, and whoever would like watching him is going to put stuff on X. Oh my God, the Republicans got rid of Kimmel. So that's going to make liberals who watched him or not mad at conservatives. And so they're trying to get him to go out to vote. But then the second thing they did is they're replacing his show with a tribute to Charlie Kirk. That's going to piss him off even more. They did this on purpose. They needed to get him out, number one. Number two, they did it because now they're going to get all these people to be mad at conservatives because of this show being taken off. And they can say, oh, the conservatives are taking away our free speech. There was yes, it's good that we got an idiot jerk off like him off the air, but they're taking advantage of it too, folks. It's not a win-win for us. It's a win, but not a win-win. Okay? Look at this. Cruz scene. They can vote all they want. They were the minority. Before Kirk was murdered, yeah. Cruz scene removing set. Well, that's what they're trying to do, Boris. They're losing ground. They're losing voters. So they're trying to do this to regain voters. Cruz seen removing set pieces from Jimmy Kimmel studio. Moving trucks seen reportedly loading furniture after ABC suspended the show. Let's see this. Right? Good. See ya. President Trump called for Representative Ilhan Omar to be removed from Congress. I agree. She's a psychopath. But you know what? My congressman doesn't. My congressman, Tom McClintock, voted to not censure her. He's a rhino. He's a rhino, and I'm going to do my damned best to get him out of office. We deserve better. We're the only portion of California that's guaranteed a Republican vote because we're all conservatives in this area. And he thinks he's safe. I'm telling you, Mr. McClintock, you are not safe. You don't do anything to respond to your constituents. You ignore us because you think, it doesn't matter. I'll be voted in again. I don't have to deal with them. You lied to us to get us out of your face. Well, you're going to realize soon. I may be just a little man on a scooter, but I'm going to change that. Whether it's me or somebody else taking your congressional seat away from you. Horus's algorithms won't let them change the message of hate, or they will lose what mentally ill support they have left. Makes sense. It does make sense. I am Leah says Democrats are the only group on the planet that can gun down an innocent man, celebrate his death, mock his wife, destroy memorials for him, lie about who killed him, and somehow still make themselves the victim. I agree. I agree. This person reporting, like I said, let's try and move. We've seen enough of this Charlie Kirk stuff. It's just gonna, we're gonna have a big event for him on Sunday, and let's just think happy thoughts about Charlie Kirk and not have to deal with all the bad. I was devastated when I found out, and it really brought me down for a couple days. And so I'm not forgetting about him, but I think it's time to start taking action for him, making our country better. Okay. This is the whiteboard from yesterday at TXST, even more communist driven. Like I said, I want to avoid this stuff. Florida Judge Diana Tennis made 900 plus donations totaling $29,000 to Democrat candidates and organizations since 2016 in violation of Canons 1, 2A, and 7A1E, which prohibit judges from making contributions to political organizations or candidates. Interesting. Boris said the store ignored my complaint like the politicians ignore constituents. Didn't listen till I protested them. Employees telling me the stores are very slower now. Good. They deserve to be slow. Brianna, you're taking this. I understand what you're doing, but Brianna, calm down. Calm down, Brianna, as David Devine would say. Calm down. And Battle late night host Jimmy Kimmel was spotted in public for the first time Thursday since ABC yanked the show off the air. Multiple moving trucks were also seen outside the Jimmy Kimmel show. Talib latest. Yeah, we just watched that. Charlie Kirk's mentor, his eyes were fixed. He was looking past me into eternity. If you want to see this video, once again, I'm not gonna play this video. It's too heartbreaking. It's too heartbreaking. But if you want to see it, I'm gonna post it in chat so you guys can go ahead and see it. Just because I've seen it and I don't want to have to see something as bad as that. Whoa, Milo. Whoa. Milo. Wow. CNN potato Brian Stelter is losing his mind over the Kimmel cancellation. Okay, now that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Update. It was a false alarm. There is no active shooter. All clear. Well, that's good to know. We received more than 62,000 requests to be on campuses. That's a blessing. I'd like to report a case of marriage fraud. Let me guess. Oh, it's already there. I'm guessing it was Ilhan Omar, and of course it is. Ilhan Omar did marry her brother and said she would do what she had to get the papers to keep him in the United States. First husband, community leader, What does it say for Daily Mail? Oh, we got more executive orders tomorrow around noon, my time, California time. Was a false alarm. I think we might see a lot of that lately. A lot. Ilhan Omar's country of Somalia is plagued by a lack of central government control, persistent poverty, hunger, resurgent terrorism, piracy, decades of civil war, corruption, and pervasive violence. 70% of the population lives in extreme poverty and widespread food insecurity. Somalia is consistently ranked among the world's most corrupt countries, including bribery, embezzlement, and a dysfunctional government. All of this, and Ilhan Omar tells us how to run America. Bombshell: Hunter Biden was actively deciding the pardons that his daddy gave before kicked to the curb. You got a story on that? Let's check it out. Oh, never mind. There it is. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Okay, so let's click. I went too far. Let's click on this. Copy. Close it off. Paste. So this was today at 8:40 p.m. Wow, so it just came out about an hour ago. Breaking news, ex-Biden aide Jeff Zients drops bombshell and explosive testimony on Biden's cognitive decline and confesses Hunter was directly involved in the pardons. The Oversight Committee, chaired by James Comer, opened an investigation into the Otto Penn scandal and subpoenaed several Biden aides for documents and testimony. Ex-Biden aide Jeff Zients dropped bombshells during his testimony to the Oversight Committee on Thursday. Over the summer, the New York Times reported that former White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zients actually approved pardons for Dr. Fauci and others on January 19th. At the January 19th meeting, which took place in the Yellow Oval Room of the White House residence, Mr. Biden kept his aides until nearly 10 p.m. to talk through such decisions, according to people familiar with the matters. The email shows that an aide to Mr. Siskel sent a draft summary of Mr. Biden's decision at that meeting to an assistant to Mr. Zients, copying Mr. Siskel at 10:03 p.m. The assistant forwarded to Mr. Reed and Mr. Zients, asking their approval, and then sent final versions to Ms. Feldman, copying many meeting participants and aides. 3 minutes later, Mr. Zients hit reply all and wrote, "I approve the use of Otto Penn for the execution of all the following pardons." According to the New York Post, Zients testified on Thursday that he called for a post-debate cognitive test, and Joe Biden's memory got worse in office. He also told the congressional investigators that Hunter Biden was directly involved in the pardons. Towards the end of the Biden administration, Hunter was involved with all pardon discussions and attended a few meetings. Do they have it? Let's look it up on X. Let's look it up on X. They might have it. They might have it. Let's see. Just type in Zients. Let's see what pops up. That's way back in January. Let's see latest. Let's see if they have a video of it. Was this not something that was streamed on the internet, maybe? Not public? They said it was today. I'm not seeing anything. Darn it. Well, I don't doubt it, Gavin. Do you guys doubt it at all? I don't doubt it one single bit. Not one single bit. Oh, here we go. Let's see this. Let me zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. There we go.
Do they have a president? I think she should be impeached. I think she's terrible. Is she originally from Somalia? Yes, sir. So how are they doing this? How's their government? Do they have a president? Do they have a council? Do they have anything? Do they have police? I love these people that come from a place with nothing. With nothing. No anything. And then they tell us how to run our country. No, I think if she got censured, that's great. If she got impeached, that's even better. They impeached me twice for nothing.
They impeached me.
And they impeached me knowing the Republicans are on my side, so they knew it was just. But they impeached me. She should be impeached, and it should happen fast.
I agree. I agree 100%. Secretary Kennedy on drug ads. Let's see what he's saying.
Hi, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. here, your HHS secretary. I'm proud to share a critical update with you today. The FDA is taking action to require full safety information to be included in drug ads
That's
on
not good
TV
enough.
and radio.
Remove them.
No more hiding vital information in small print or pushing it off to a website or a 1-800 number. Since 1997, regulators have allowed drug ads to avoid full warnings on TV or radio. They let the companies mention a vague major statement of risk and sent you elsewhere for the details. That loophole opened the door to a tsunami of misleading advertising. Drug ads drove up prescription drug costs. And
Okay, I'm not happy.
distorted doctor-
I'm not happy. I think you should have all drug ads removed from the TV and the radio and newsprint. They are just kickbacks. That's all they are, is kickbacks. It needs to be removed now. No other, there's us and one other country, I believe, if I'm correct, that are the only two countries in the world that allow drug ads to be on TV, on the radio, and in print. Charlie Kirk's accused killer. This is after the shooting. Candace Owens shared an exclusive image allegedly showing Tyler Robinson at a Dairy Queen in Orem just after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The time was around 6:38 p.m., just over 6 hours later. Interesting. Stephen Colbert declares, tonight we are all Jimmy Kimmel. Oh my, see, they're stealing from us. We're all Jimmy Kimmel. Shut the F up. Brianna is pushing this big time. You know, I understand some guy followed you to your house, right? But come on, stop making a scene about yourself. How many people have followed me home? How many people have thrown stuff at my front door? Okay? You're not the only one. Nobody was hurt. You reported it to police. And just stop trying to make a name for yourself. Imagine a church that lets Muslim preach to their members from the pulpit. Find a new church immediately. I agree. Must be in Minnesota. The Buffalo Bills just held a tribute to Charlie Kirk 8 days after he was killed. There's no sign of these tributes slowing down. The Bills even showed a 30-second video of Charlie and his family while the crowd cheered. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, this was the guy. This is the guy who, what did he do to police? He threw a Molotov cocktail, right? What did happen to him? Does anybody know? He really needed that blizzard. I've only been to Dairy Queen like twice. I don't want to watch. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to watch these tributes to Charlie Kirk. It's too heartbreaking for me. Okay, I'll admit it. I just can't. So Turning Point USA elects Erica Kirk as the new CEO, chair of the board following Charlie Kirk's assassination. Good. She deserves it. She deserves it. Boris says, how many people shot my windows out of my truck, right? You didn't go on. I mean, you know what? I've mentioned it on my show, yes. But you don't see me talking about it every day. You don't. You know, I've never really watched her show, to be honest with you, Brianna. But never mind. I'm not gonna say it. She's on InfoWars now, by the way. You can check her out there. The unvaccinated don't deserve a hospital bed. Yeah, that was another bad thing that Jimmy Kimmel said. He said a lot of bad things. He did a lot of bad things. For the overall stuff, he definitely deserved to be taken down. He was not as funny. I actually think he wasn't the funny one. I think it was Adam Carolla from The Man Show. Don't leave you out. I have someone letting possums out of my trap back into your yard. Really? Is that really what's going on? Interesting. South Carolina is pioneering to make America safe again. Good, but I'm not a big fan anymore, Nancy Mace. I was a fan because, well, I liked you at first. No longer. You're the AOC of the Republican Party. Let's be real. The point is Kimmel's comments way too far for local executives. Fox News says the guy who declared we should execute homeless people on television. I doubt he said that. Gavin's probably taking words and misconstruing them. I could be wrong. Finally caught something and let it out for animal control, and someone saw it and released it. FTC sues Live Nation and Ticketmaster over ticket scandal. The FTC in 7 states accused Live Nation and Ticketmaster of letting brokers bypass purchase limits, reselling tickets at huge markups. The agency says Ticketmaster raked in $3.7 billion in resale fee from 2019 to 24. I don't doubt that. I want to find out so that when I catch it again, I can release it in their yard. Maybe get a Ring camera, that one of those ones that has a battery in there, or a trail camera. Maybe that'll help you. Roseanne Barr touches Barack Obama. Good. The Great Divider. President Justin, MSNBC, and Tim Waltz are pissed off at Trump. Let's hear this. They make me laugh.
Targets for vitriol and bile. And I don't even actually want to read what he said because it's really disgusting, but he's calling her scum, that she shouldn't be in our country, and she should basically go back to her home country, Somalia. She is, of course, an American citizen serving proudly in the Congress, and it just seems to me that again.
And once again, I honestly think if you were not born in the United States, you can't be president. I say if you're not born in the United States, you cannot run our country in any form or fashion, whether it be Congress, whether it be Senate. Heck, even a mayor, even county supervisors, any of that. I understand there are a lot of great immigrants who come here, and it's unfortunate, but like they all say, a few of them make it bad for the rest of us, right? A few bad cops make it bad for the rest of the cops. A few bad white people make it bad for the rest of white people, right? A few bad black people make it bad for the rest of the black people. Every culture has bad people in it. And it's unfortunate, but when you have people like Ilhan Omar that is running an office, a congresswoman, who says she put Somalia first over America, and yet she is partially running our country, that's not right. And I will vote again. I will always say, if there's ever comes a vote, and especially if I'm congressman, which I probably will be, and they say, this is a bill that you must be an American citizen, or must be born an American citizen to be a Congress member or Senate member, I will vote for that bill every single time. Every time. And my mom's an immigrant.
In this context, that, it's unnerving to hear him speak that way, especially as he's trying to shut down dissent.
Yeah, you see, here's what I would hope, Chris, that the libertarians out there, the folks that fly the Gadsden flag, they would be appalled by this. You don't have to agree with Ilhan Omar. She's representing her people. She's voted in. She's a citizen. She's doing good work. She didn't do anything on this to Donald Trump other than she disagrees with his horrific policies, just like I do.
She does good work. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I can't play it anymore. Oh my goodness. Protesters chanting ABC grow a spine outside Kimmel's cancel show. Let's see all the dumbass liberals.
ABC grow a spine. 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 ABC grow a spine.
So let's be clear about what happened. ABC did not cancel this show in a vacuum. He did was call out the fact that they are using the murder of Charlie Kirk
to come after, they're cynically using it to come after their political opponents. Was he right about that? Yes! Did they prove him right once again when they came after him? Yes! All right, Jimmy Kimmel needs to be brought back on air immediately. Yes,
Oh my goodness.
and I want to echo everyone, including Jim Keedy, who very powerfully talked about how what we are facing now is not just another bad president. We are facing fascism.
Kimmel stays, Trump must go. 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 Okay, we're gonna hear from.
So once again, folks, like I said, they fired him because he deserved it. Number one, he's a piece of POS. But they also did it to try and get more people to come back to the left because they've been losing a lot of people, and this is going to get more people to vote their way. And it's called. I'm trying to think of the name. It's a cost per. You know, when you own a business and you have a cost per new client. I forget the name of it. I can't think of it right now. And normally it's around $100. It's around $100 that it costs to get to in advertising to get a new client. And that's just for small businesses like plumbers and stuff like that. It costs probably even more for politicians. So it's a cost analysis here. They got rid of Jimmy Kimmel because they're doing it for the political best. So that some liberal somewhere is getting money to funneled to ABC now, ABC Disney, because they got rid of Kimmel and they dropped the show. They dropped the show who was losing money in the first place. But they're using this to make liberals hate conservatives even more. 34 fake felonies versus a TV host losing his job for spreading lies. Which one is truly fascist? Of course the liberals are fascists. Their whole goal says accuse them of what you're doing so they won't know how to respond. That's what Democrats do. And the problem is, and I have this issue too a lot of times. People get mad at me for this. I prefer to follow the law, right? When Democrats don't. And I think that's going to hurt me too when I run for Congress, because you know what I'm going to tell everybody. Anytime I get approached with an offer for dinner or an approach for an offer on a trip or anything like that, I'm going to make it known to my constituents. Hey, tonight I went to dinner and this company paid for it. I am letting you know that up front. Or I might even say, hey, this company asked to take me to dinner tonight. I'll post it on X. What do you think? Should I go or not? I don't know. Just my thoughts. But Republicans need to stop being little bitches, and we need to handle business. We need to not be afraid to upset people. They need to stop being politicians. They need to become real people. That's another reason why I think I'd make a great congressman, because I'm not a politician. Yes, I was president of my college student government for 2 years in a row. I was president. I was president of my local Elks Lodge. But I don't consider that being in politics. It was college. It was a fraternal order that I was part of. So I would make a great politician, because I'm not a politician. Just saying. So vote for Eddie Block for District 5 congressman when it comes up. Gavin Newsom tells liberals that it's a code red for democracy. They just turn the rhetoric up a notch. Oh no, you guys are rhetoric. See, look, all this Brianna Morales, stop posting this shit. Who cares if some guy followed you home? You're on the news. You're out in public. You make your face on the news all day long by wearing tight shirts with your big breasts. Okay? Somebody's going to follow you home. Disgusting people out there. Stop making yourself a victim. Sorry, I hate when people do that. All these people with shows are doing it to make themselves a victim. I mean, yes, I may have done that with the FBI, but what happened to me was extremely wrong. The FBI raiding my house because I refused to give my footage. No arrest warrant. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing on me. They just wanted stuff from my house. I think I have the right to talk about that. What do you think about this USC at the White House? So on one hand, I think it's going to bring all these. Did I skip past the Keith Olbermann? Okay, I'll go back in a second. Bringing the USC to the White House lawn. It's gonna, it's gonna be good for politics. It's gonna bring in a lot of people who watch the USC that aren't political to maybe start looking into politics and their vote and what they do. But then on the other hand, it's like, what I can already tell you what the liberals are going to say if they haven't said it already. They're going to say, look, Donald Trump is promoting the UFC. Where's the kickbacks? How much money is Donald Trump getting paid for bringing the UFC to the White House lawn? They're going to say that. If I'm thinking about it, these Democrats are going to think that too. Will it be good for politics and getting people's brain to think about politics? Yes. But there's gonna be backlash for sure. I didn't even realize I went over the Keith Olbermann one. It's because it's such a small post, right? Where is it? Here it is. Keith Olbermann said, "Burn in hell, Sinclair," alongside Charlie Kirk. Anything he can be canceled from? No, because he's been canceled from everything already. Let's go over here because I saw a lot better posts on this than that. There's a lot better post than that latest. I think I spelled his name wrong, didn't I? Yep. Forgot the L. There was a lot better ones 1 hour ago. Olbermann is such a disgrace, but honestly, it's so pathetic it doesn't even bother me. Kentucky girl, no. I think it was James Woods that probably said it the best. Let me see if I can find it. Or maybe James Wood was talking about somebody else. Baked Alaska. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I haven't seen him since Beverly Hills. Keith, you are living in hell, old, unemployed. Here it is, Matt Walsh. It was Matt Walsh. Keith, you're already living in hell, old, unemployed, irrelevant, fired from every job you ever had, unmarried and childless, spending your final years alone, shitposting into the void, begging to be noticed. When you die, you will leave behind no legacy, and there will be nobody to mourn you, even remember that you existed. Truly, I would rather be dead than have your life. I cannot imagine the misery that you feel every second of the day, and you deserve all of it. This kind of makes me feel bad, because I'm now divorced. Well, no, I'm not unmarried. I'm divorced and childless. But that was my own decision because I did not want to bring a child into the world with spina bifida. Because it was like a 90-some-odd% chance. I am spending my final years alone, but I have Donald J. Trump and Panda and my stepdad and all of you guys here. So I'm not really alone. Shit posting into the void. I do shit post a lot on X. And I do beg to be noticed. You know me. I'm an attention seeker. So he's kind of talking about me there too, I guess. But I'm not an idiot like Keith Olbermann. This woman is liberal. Didn't she do something of saying that she apologizes for being white too? Something to the fact, not exactly. Paige Bueckers. However you say her name. Let's see. What does she say? Apologizes. Didn't she say something like, "I apology for being white"? Caitlin Clark shows a divide on the left. Feminists want her celebrated, paid as much as men, but Black folks complain Clark gets opportunities and coverage black players don't. Fellow white women's basketball star Paige Buchers, however you say her name, apologized when caught in the tug of war. What did she apologize exactly for? Do you remember, Gavin? Caitlin Clark and Paige Buchers are revolutionizing women's basketball, so why are they apologizing for it? Michelle, who covered the WNBA from inception, has a message for those superstars. Let's see what she says. Oh, this is 30 minutes long. I'm not going to watch it. Okay, so as a white woman who leads a black-led sport, I want to shed a light on black women. They don't get the media coverage they deserve. That's what she said. That's basically a form of apologizing for it, for being white. They don't get the credit they deserve for because they don't make big enough news to do what they're, to get credit for what they're doing. Why is it bad for that? Whenever there's the first black mayor, they make a big deal about it. Oh, there's the first black pilot. There's the first black this. There's the first black that. And it's okay to say that. The WNBA is mostly black women. There's a lot of white women in there. I do agree. But it's mostly the big time contenders or the big time people are black women. And so when Caitlin Clark came out and she was a white woman and she was doing great things for the WNBA, why can't we say, hey, finally a white woman does good in basketball? Let's be real here. Black people are good at basketball. For the most part, black people kick our ass in basketball. It's a known fact. So why can't we say, hey, look, a white girl finally does some good stuff in basketball? How many men's basketball stars can you name that were great? Larry Bird, John Stockton. That's the only two that come to mind right now. Larry Bird and John Stockton from the Phoenix Suns. He was like the 3-point king. And can anybody else name a famous white basketball player other than those two? When I grew up, I grew up in the LA area. I loved Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was the greatest assist player ever, right? He'd get it to Kareem. He'd sit there and do the no-look pass to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then he'd do his hook, right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had the hook. We had James Worthy. James Worthy was, right to James Worthy. No-look pass to James Worthy. Jerry West. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Jerry West. Does he still run the Lakers? I've never heard of Pete Maravich. I've never heard of him. So I only watched the basketball in the 90s. I loved Shaq when he came to the Lakers. But the problem I had, and this is what made me stop watching basketball, in the finals or semifinals, we were getting our butt kicked. Kobe he quit. He refused to play anymore. He gave up. And Shaquille O'Neal still sat in there and put in 34 points a game. And who did they get rid of? They got rid of Shaq. They kept baby Kobe because, everybody loves Kobe Bryant. And I'm sorry to talk ill of the dead, but Kobe Bryant did not deserve to stay on the Lakers. He gave up, just like LeBron James. Every time they start losing, he quits and he gives up. And he whines like a little bitch. Dirk Nowitzki. Speaking of Lakers and Sacramento, Vlade Divac. Remember Vlade Divac? I loved Vlade Divac. Let's look this up real quick. Famous white NBA players. There's not a lot of them, though. There's not a lot of them. See, look, Bill Walton. I forgot about Bill Walton. Kevin McHale, I don't know who is. Like Gavin said, Jerry West. Rick Barry, I don't know. Dirk Nowitzki, I don't know. I don't know any of these people. Steve Nash. I know Steve Nash. No, I know. Yeah, I do know Steve Nash. There's also a Nash that plays hockey. Chris Mullin. I forgot about Chris Mullin. Is he still in charge of the Warriors? Yeah. So only ones that I remember, like I said, is John Stockton, Larry Bird. Those were the two that came to mind. But I know Steve Nash, Bill Walton, Jerry West. So that's 5. Now let's type in Black, and I bet you the list is a whole lot longer. Because they're good at basketball. Let's be real here. They're great at basketball. Look at the list of black people. I mean, it's crazy. You got Michael Jordan, everybody knows. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's a piece of shit, LeBron James. Kobe Bryant, not a big fan either. Like I said, Magic Johnson, I loved. Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Dwayne Wade. Well, he's a little high up there for me. Kevin Durant, Allen Iverson. He's another douchebag. Hakeem Olajuwon, he is huge. Shaquille O'Neal should be higher on this list. Scottie Pippen should be higher on this list. Dr. J should be higher on this list. Barkley, he should be up there. He should be a little higher up there. Patrick Ewing. Steph Curry. I don't know why Steph Curry is so far down there. Steph Curry is still great. They should have Clyde the Glide Drexler on here. I don't see Clyde the Glide. There's a lot of people that should be on here. I don't see Clyde the Glide anywhere. Do you see Clyde the Glide? Dennis Rodman. Well, Dennis Rodman is a psycho. He has some issues. Definitely a good basketball player. Anyways, let's get off of basketball. See, all this we have found out is not. It turned out to be. It wasn't an actual shooter. Clickbait Benny, as you guys call him. It's the biggest free speech crackdown in our lifetime. This administration has initiated the largest assault on the First Amendment and free speech in modern history. They're making comedian. Let's see what they're saying here. Who is this? Who's saying this?
And this administration has initiated the largest
I bet you it's a
assault
liberal.
on the First Amendment and free speech in modern history.
Who is it?
They're making comedy illegal. Brendan Carr pressured ABC to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, and Disney canceled
he's a
Jimmy
liberal.
Kimmel. This canceling from an administration that lectured us about cancel culture.
You haven't watched any.
That's why
since the
today
Floyd overdose?
I'm introducing
Really?
a motion to subpoena Brendan Carr to bring him in front of this committee to stop the.
Why did they call him Clickbait Benny? Everybody says that he puts titles up. That's not really what it's about. He makes stuff up to get people to click on his views, and that's why they call him Clickbait Benny. I don't know. I look at a lot of his stuff, but other people call him that. Like I said, I don't want to. I want to remember Charlie Kirk, but I don't want to go too far into it anymore. It's too overwhelming for me. This person appears to be calling for more assassinations, celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. What are they talking? HHS government is shutting down the University of Miami's failing organ agency after years of unsafe practices and dangerous neglect. Well, good. Jason Crow, bite me. The Third Rail. What is that? The chart? Chris Salcedo show. I've heard that name. Let's listen to Tim Holman. Tim.
When President Trump called me to come back from retirement, he told me they wanted me to do 3 things.
Oh, he played for the
Border,
Dallas Mavs, Groff?
run the largest
Right on.
deportation operation this country's seen, and third, find over 300,000 missing children. And that was priority 1. So they've already located just under 25,000. Some of these children were fine with parents just hiding because they don't want to be deported. But many were in sex trafficking. Many we found in forced labor. Slavery. I mean, forced to work ungodly hours, not going to school, working ungodly hours, and of course not getting paid, being abused. So, we've rescued thousands of children. And President Trump is committed. I'm committed that we're not going to stop looking for these children until we find every single one of them or run down the leads. And unfortunately, 27 of these children have since died. So we're not giving up.
shame.
This is the main priority for the Trump administration. We'll keep going at it. When President Trump called me,
So real quick too, they say that there's over 300,000. You know, when I was working with Ben and watching Ben videos and watching all the behind the scenes footage that Ben had taken, which I hopefully would get back from the FBI pretty soon. What they're doing is they're bringing these kids over, right? They bring them over, and so they use them so that way they can say, well, look, I have a kid with me. I need to stay in the United States. And so then they let him stay in the United States. They give him like a monitor or something like that. And then the gangs, the Tren de Aguas, the coyotes take that child back, bring him back to Mexico, and then have that child walk across the desert again. So I'm hoping, and I know this is wrong for hoping this, but I'm hoping that number is actually multiple kids at the same time, because that means there's less kids being trafficked right now. And it's sad. It's sad. Because that means then these kids every single day are having to walk across that desert, having to walk the miles. I don't know how many miles it is. Every single day. And every single day there's a risk of being abused by these children, by these people. And you know, we're gonna show a video. Let's show a video. Let's go to YouTube. Gonna go to Eddie Block Films. I'm gonna I'm gonna find this clip again, and we're gonna show you this again. America at War. Actually, I think I have it on my I think I have it on Rumble now. I think I've uploaded this to Rumble now as well. I think it was the first video where this footage comes from. It may be the second. Yeah, I think it's the second one. Okay, let's look at the second one. And there was a third in the works. Oh, look, it's right here. I know it's right here because we showed this before right here. Here we go.
Doing God knows what in the middle of the desert with those little children.
He's holding that child, guys.
Legal men rent children in order to claim family status.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
I mean,
that's not normal.
Look at this. Gavin, you have a kid. You have daughters. Do you hold your daughter? Look how tight he has his hands wrapped around that young girl's arm. Do you do that to your daughter? Do you do that? You're forgetting the kids are drugged up so they can't even answer questions. Yeah, it's just disgusting. Disgusting. They 100% recycle these kids, but probably not every day.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
Kids' socks. Condoms. Lubrication. And more ripped up documents.
Why do they need that in the middle of the desert?
I pray for whatever kids this guy came in contact with.
Look at that, guys. That's not normal.
Yeah, they got their papers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they get a humanitarian visa from Mexico?
That's not normal. Fathers don't hold their children like that.
Una visa de humanitaria? No.
No.
All these guys, all of the adult males come with a child in their arms. They all say that they're their kids. Isn't it ironic that everybody coming over that's an adult male has one child with them? No, I do want to.
It's sad. It's sad and disgusting. It is. That's just something for y'all to think about. What's up, Mischief Muggle? Dude, I don't know. My beard's not growing straight. I must have cut it wrong or something a long time ago. Hold on. Look. I get a little piece here. It kind of curls out a little bit more. We're getting there. We are getting there. See, there's that one little piece that's way longer. I'm getting there. By the way, guys, go check out Mischief Muggle's channel, Devin. He's been doing shows lately. Go check him out. Just click on his name and it'll take you to his page, and you can follow him there. BLM conducts nationwide protests to support their fallen brother Jimmy Kimmel. That's got to be a That's got to be a joke. That's got to be a joke. From when he was doing blackface. We saw that. Oh, thanks for reposting, bud. Thanks for reposting. I'm sorry, I gotta play it. This guy's a joke.
New order, every institutional guardrail
Must be on Fox News.
obliterated.
thing.
We are forced to ask ourselves, how did we get here?
Because we
And
let
more
people like you run the
importantly,
country.
How do we stop it? To answer that question, we have to remind ourselves what we are
There you
fighting
go.
for, and it is this.
Go check out Limbos
For all
of
our
Life.
flaws, for all our stumbles, America has always embodied something precious, something unique, something worth defending. We were, as Neera said, an improbable experiment, a living, breathing testament to the revolutionary idea that a nation could be governed not by a king or a tyrant or a warlord, but by the people themselves.
You are a warlord.
Instead of raw power and unquestioned.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. By the way, if you guys didn't see what I said about this douchebag, this might be on my notifications because a lot of people liked it. Here we go. This is what I said to Adam Schiff. Because Rob Bonta, who is our Attorney General, said, together with local law enforcement, we arrested 5 suspects for trying to target children for sex. And so I said, was one of them named at Senator Adam Schiff, which I did tag him, asking for a friend. I hope he responds. I doubt it. But that would be great if he would respond. Schiff for brains. Exactly. Exactly. Probably not. Asked a black friend today why the concern for Jimmy Kimmel was when he was complaining about it, and he justified the Kimmel blackface and the use of the N-word. Of course, unfortunately, they have every right to believe what they want to believe, but have you gotten to check out all of Milo's coming back posts? I'm so excited. I seen a couple today. He's definitely taking it to the extreme. He's definitely taking it to the extreme. Let's see what else is good going on. Dang, it's almost 8:30. Had a busy day today. Donnie and I went to the neurologist today. We went to the elections office today. Came home today. We've been doing a lot. I was on another show today, Revolver Broadcasting show today. Hold on, I'm gonna open. I know I shouldn't be bashing her. I've never watched her show, to be honest with you. But she keeps posting and complaining about some guy following her. You want to be in the news, lady. You just wrote a book. You want to be in the news, you're gonna have people that want to follow you. You're gonna have people that want to find out where you live. I mean, I'm not saying she dresses inappropriately at all. I'm not saying that. But she's a beautiful woman. And when you're a beautiful woman and you're on the news or you're famous for any reasons, people are going to want to follow you around. When I made bad comments in a political science class about Jim Costa when he was there, and I apologized to my political science teacher. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry I did that, but I had to call him out. And he's like, no, I'm glad you did. He said, no, I'm glad you did, Eddie. He chose the job to be a politician. He knew that people were going to be attacking him with words, and he should be expecting it. You did exactly what you should have done as a citizen of the United States. Same thing for famous people. People are going to come after you. People are going to try and follow you home, especially when you're a beautiful young lady. There are guys out there that don't know boundaries, and I hate to say it, but you can't make a big victim out of yourself. This woman does great news from what I hear. I have never watched her, but look how many posts she has to post, and this is just today. Over the last month, I've seen tons and tons of posts about this. Just leave it alone. You filed your police report. You're doing everything you can to fix it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen again. It's the world we live in. UK resident films their public transit and says, spot an English person in London. Challenge impossible. Let's look at this. Can we spot an English person? I thought I saw one maybe. There was an English person, and I saw one. I think I saw one. Train and carry a gun, make them afraid to become a victim themselves. I think she does carry a weapon, to be honest with you. She just moved to Texas, open carry state. I've seen her on the firing range, so she must. I'm not trying to say anything bad about her at all. I'm just saying, look, you gotta expect this stuff to happen, and put on your big girl panties and don't exploit it to get more views. I hate people that do stuff to get more views. But is this bad or good, Graw? I'm gonna play it, but I always worry about stuff that you post in here. It's Nick DiPaolo. I'm not gonna play Nick DiPaolo tonight. I'm not, Graw. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. I've got to up my game. I'm going to be running for Congress. Dude, look at this guy's control center. Got a huge screen there. So the only problem, I had a huge screen like this. The problem is my computer had to run for it. So now the second screen that I have here is an Apple screen that has its own processor on its own. Wow, look at this. I'm trying to be good and not use cuss words, and here Chuck Schumer is using those words. You say it's clean. All right, I'm gonna trust you, Graw. I'll play it. Why is there no sound?
Companies, they're raping us 12 ways from Sunday, and I didn't realize how bad till I saw my first commercial for restless leg syndrome. Are you shitting me? Restless leg syndrome. You gotta be shitting me. Do you wiggle your feet under the covers at night? You're sick. You actually shift your ankles? Get to a hospital. You're all messed up. Of course, my wife is convinced she has this. She goes, it's a serious condition. Yeah, if you're a centipede. Now, my legs tingle at night. You've been standing on them for 14 hours. Rub them, for Christ's sake. And she uses restless leg syndrome as an excuse. In the middle of the night, I wake up, she's standing over me, kicking me in the face like De Niro in Goodfellas. I'm like, oh, this is a bad disease. Jesus Christ.
All right, there you go. Speaking of Graw, Pam is driving to go see Graw as we speak with Graw's dog. So everybody keep Pam in your thoughts and prayers because she is driving. And it's a crazy world out there. We have a lot of crazy drivers, especially driving at night. So everybody make sure you think about Pam and Graw. And Pam, if you're listening, don't forget to send a message in the group text letting us know that you made it safe. There's more threats of murdering people. This is just insane. Measles hit record high with RFK Jr. in charge. Oh my goodness. Like he's only been in there a little time. Like he can make the measles go up now. Oh my goodness. Cat turd. I'm not a big fan of this guy either. All he's been doing lately is starting fights with people so he gets more views. Brought blueberries to a Charlie Kirk vigil after Erica Kirk recalled explaining to their 3-year-old daughter he's on a work trip with Jesus so he can afford you a blueberry budget. Interesting. She's not driving after dark. She got a room. Okay, well, good for her. Good, I'm glad. Still, though, everybody pray because, driving on those roads, people are maniacs. And you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, Ed Krasenstein. I hope they arrest him. I just sent $5,000 to an Antifa person to help fund him 7 minutes ago, and this was 4 hours ago on this post. So, yes, he deserves, because they are now a terrorist group. So yeah. Gerrymandering. Indiana. It could be consequences, and the state could miss out on benefits if Indiana doesn't go along with the GOP's 2026. But he's not threatening governors. Oh my gosh, shut up, Gavin. Gavin's a joke. He's an idiot. Wait, defamation? Edward Ferguson called... Oh. Anyways. Ilhan Omar stole my husband, DC mom claims, in divorce papers. Oh my goodness. No, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. That's a cool painting. That's a cool painting. Let's see what this is. It's being translated. I'm not going to play that. You're the smartest man you know, huh? You're an idiot, Gavin. All right, guys, it's 8:30. I forgot to feed the dogs because I was on another show, so I got to go take care of Donnie. Omar has a sister. Trying to say she's taking another brother. So I'm gonna get going, guys, and we will see you back tomorrow. Oh no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is On Patrol Live night, and for those of you that don't know, tomorrow is my dad's birthday. He was born in 1942, so if he was still alive, 60, 80, he would be 83 this year. 83, if he was still alive. So, I'm gonna go visit my dad's gravesite tomorrow. Stop by my brother's restaurant and get myself a free breakfast. And if y'all don't remember, Cajun Cat King or Chiet de Ange, however you say it, it's a Cajun name. I'm gonna be meeting him for breakfast. Gras says, wait. Let's see what Gras saying. Oh, I thank you for see. I wish David Devine happy birthday last night, which was in my time still the day before his birthday. It is David Devine's birthday. Everybody go. You know, because of that, let's play a David Devine song so I can get kicked off of YouTube for playing a song. We're gonna play. You know what? I want to go this one. We're gonna play one of my favorite songs. I have so many favorite songs from this one single album that David did. Divinemen. I always spell it wrong. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Divine, MENSC, I think. I think it's a Z. What the heck? I can't find it now. Let's put in Tangerine. Maybe that'll help us. Tangerine. Here it is. David Devine, Tangerine. It's on David. Oh, here it is. MESZ. I always spell it wrong. I don't know how I always spell the freaking thing wrong. Let's click to the song list and let's figure out.
Bag, sir?
Let's figure out which song we wanna go. We don't want to do Tangerine. Tangerine is Hope's favorite song. This is one of my favorite songs. Pretty Mess is a good song. We'll play Hope's favorite song from David Devine.
Was a name, and she never really goes away. songs with every little word I say. And she comes to see me every time I play. Seems like the feelings of love ain't used. She's asking love with an emotion of blues. Whenever you see me, you'll see Tangerine. I can call her anytime, night or day, to let her hear the new song that I made. She makes sure that I always get
Is it really, Gavin?
and she'll be waiting at the terminal gate. Whenever you see me, you'll see Tangerine. She's always right there by my feet, hanging on the shelf. She listens for me. The two of us are something to see. She's all screwed up, just like me. Whenever you see me, you'll see Tangerine. She makes sure that I always get on the plane, and she'll be waiting at the terminal gate. Whenever you see me, you'll see Tangerine. Tangerine.
And happy late birthday to Devin's dad. Happy late birthday, Devin's dad. There you go. Now we're going to get a strike from YouTube, but who cares? It's YouTube. Good night, y'all. Wait. He might want to hear Thailand sex. Hold on, let's see. Let's see. I don't think so. So many songs sound the same. Let's play it. Let's see it. I mean, can you really make new songs anymore? Which one is it, Gavin? Which one is it? Which one is it?
Unlock more with Disney Plus, Hulu, and all of ESPN by stepping into the ring, starting with
Definitely not that one. Definitely not that one. You can't remember? Okay, well, I'll look through them later on. I'll look through them later on. All right, y'all. Come back tomorrow night. We'll have a late night show tomorrow night after On Patrol Live. So that means around 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Standard Time. Good night, y'all. And once again, say happy birthday, David Devine. Happy birthday, bud. We all love you. And good night.